Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. After many challenges today, I hope to be able to send you this recording. And if there's a funny noise in the background, please excuse it because we had to turn on the power generator because in South Africa we have what is known as load shedding, which means that the power comes on and the power goes off every 2 or 4 6 hours for 2 or 4 6 hours at a time. So unfortunately, right now it's our turn to be without power, and we have a diesel generator or a petrol generator that makes our power happen. So, without further ado, let's have a look at our de-stress mechanisms. Now, before I go on, it is important to remember that each one of us have a genetic map or a genetic blueprint that will cause us to have less resistance, become sick, become stressed in our own particular unique way. So in the clinic, I have people who see me and say, I'm getting stressed. What can I do to de-stress myself? And what works for one person might not be working for the next person. And that is literally shown to us in how the 10 profiles in our BaZi chart will give us that indicator. Now, each one of us is different, okay? So for this particular chart, you refer to page 2. And it's this sector over here, which you're going to look at the natal energy sector, percentages, and the words here in brackets. Now, please don't get a fright with words like eating God and hurting officer and rob wealth, because the words actually are a direct translation from the original Chinese, and it doesn't quite mean the bad connotation of eating God, okay? It's just the type of energy that the ancients refer to. So with the information I'm about to share with you, this is coming from the ancient BaZi Secrets, which was shared by Iverson Lee, which was a paid course which I attended this past weekend. But because stress is such a huge thing, and because today is a remove day, I thought it appropriate to give you this information today. So I'm going to go through the 5 different sectors very quickly. Bear in mind, if you don't have that sector and you belong to another one, doesn't mean that this sector can't impact you if you have a high percentage in it. But for right now, for this exercise, I want you to look at the one with the highest percentage. Quickly run your finger down and say, this one. What is it? If it is a friend or rob wealth, this has something to do with a bad habit from your environment, and it might involve living close to a factory, for instance, that is emitting smoke or pollution into the air. Excuse me. And that pollution is going to affect you with friend or rob wealth far more than it will affect your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband, okay? Because that environment is toxic to you. So another kind of toxic environment that you might become aware of is if you're a non-smoker, for instance, and people in your environment smoke, or your friends that you hang out with smoke very often or in your presence. It's going to affect you more than what it might affect your friends. Or people you mix with is your environment. You can live in an environment, but all of these things will impact on your health. You might be working in a toxic business setup, for instance, where people gossip all the time. That's toxic. Okay? People gossiping around you, that's all toxic. So that is something you need to be watching out for and try harder to avoid. Direct resources or indirect resources is the second category. What you eat is going to impact your health more than somebody else's. I'm sure you have friends that no matter what they eat, they stay healthy. You eat the same food and it makes you sick. So eat healthier, make healthier food choices, and your stress levels come down. Eat the unhealthy food and the stress levels go up. So if you need some help with finding out what kind of diet is best for you, just send me a private message and I will send you a list of foods based upon the Ayurvedic method of checking blood types. This is not your, let's call it, modern approach to blood type diets, but it is based on Ayurveda. Right, so the next one, just get to it, is direct wealth or indirect wealth. So your energy activator point or the likely reason why you will fall sick is because of stress factors. And to activate better health, lower or reduce your stress, is to use mindfulness. You guys, meditate, pray, do something. Just sit there, breathe, just be present with yourself in a moment. Take a moment. One of the quickest, easiest ways is to inhale very, very deeply. I'll give you a quick example, okay? Try it. Try it with me. If direct wealth or indirect wealth is high, try this. Go. Quick out. And another one. And immediately you feel, oh, feels better. This morning at the hairdresser, she was all over the place. Cutting my hair, answering the phone, taking a sip of coffee, then going off there, doing something. And I'm like, hello, finish my hair, please, Sitting there for 2 hours to get my color fixed and my hair cut. 2.5 hours. And I'm like, no, come here. Sit down. Breathe. Be mindful. It helped her. So these are the direct wealth, the indirect wealth. This is your quickest way to de-stress. Eating God, hurting officers, the next one. So your health is highly impacted or not impacted by exercise and movement. This is the group that wants to just go to the gym, go and dance, move your body, stretch, do yoga, do exercises, do something, kickboxing, tai chi, something. That is your quickest way of releasing stress from your body, regenerating, getting energy back. Your bodies will respond the best to exercise and body movements, okay? And then the last category is the direct officer of the 7 killings. You guys, lucky guys, sleep. Just go sleep. You're not sleeping enough. Because sleep is going to be the most important health reactivating in your case, okay? So that will help your genetics to do what your genetics are supposed to do. If you are sleep deprived, you're going to get sick. So amongst all of the above things, this one will impact you the most. So bear in mind, please, that this information is not available anywhere but here. And if you found this helpful, please do me a big favor, share this message, because I will be sharing more of this kind of information with you very shortly. But for that, I'd like to see this channel numbers increase substantially. So if each and every single one of you that said yes, please, can share this message, it's at least 10 more shares than what I think I've had in a while. So please go ahead, share this, comment on this, tell me how this is helping you, because that is my aim, to help others to live fuller, better lives, one day at a time. Have a fantastic rest of the evening. And if you're only watching this tomorrow on the 15th, tomorrow being an established day, maybe this is something that you can use to establish a new de-stress routine for yourself. Any questions? Feel free to comment below this video right here. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.